All right, going live.
I'm ready.
Good evening, everyone. How you doing today? I'm your host George here with my co-host Daniel.
Hey,
How you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a nice little Christmas. Got to spend time with family, so that's always a good thing.
Right on. That's good. What games are you playing right now?
Daniel. Hey. There we go. Sorry about that. What was that?
What games are you playing right now?
Oh, right now, mainly the big ones: Smash, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, of course. An amazing game, which you know about that since we've played together. There's the free game on Xbox Game Pass, Ashen. That one, just trying it out, seeing what it's about. It's pretty neat so far. Did download Warframe onto my Switch. Checking that out. So far, I like it.
It's a good game.
Yep. And then messing around with some Red Dead Redemption 2. Just trying it out, seeing if I'm going to actually buy it or not.
Right on. That's cool.
Yeah. Other than that, been watching. I finally did finish the Harry Potter movies. I haven't watched the Creatures, the offshoot one, the prequel, whatever you want to call it. But of course, for Christmas, had to watch Die Hard. It is a Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody says.
I still have yet to see it.
What?
Yep. So, everyone tells me I need to see it. There's a lot of movies I need to see that I haven't. I've never seen Lethal Weapon.
Oh, jeez.
Lethal
Weapon or Die Hard.
I've seen The Hunt for Red October probably 300 times. No joke. There was a month stretch in college where I watched it at least once a day every day, if not sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. Like, it would end and I would just start it back up. But anyways, so I finished up Moss. Finished it right after the last podcast, and that game is incredible. I plan on going through it again. Plowing through Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It's all right. It's one that takes place in London, Victorian London.
Right.
Little Smash Bros here and there, but the game I'm really hooked on right now is it's on the Xbox Game Pass. It's Sea of Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
And that game is I think it's incredible. I know
it's a lot of fun.
A lot of people didn't like that there is no story, but you make your own story. The adventures and misadventures I've experienced are epic, and crazy stuff that shouldn't have happened, and getting attacked by a megalodon and barely surviving, and we killed one earlier. It's just a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'm really digging Sea of Thieves. If you got Game Pass and you haven't checked it out, it's really worth playing. So,
yeah, and especially that's one of those games though where I do think it's not near as good if you're playing with random people or just playing by yourself. You really need to have friends to play with.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Rashawn, I still haven't seen Die Hard. I don't know if I ever will at this point in time. It's meh. I've seen the one that's got the kid from the Apple commercials. Live Free or Die Hard?
Live Free or Die Hard, yep.
Yeah. So.
And that was a good one, but not near as good as one. The first one it's just so amazing.
Right on.
So, but to each their own. Hey, I've seen Hunt for Red October, thought it was good, but not as good as a bunch of other movies. So, everybody has their own tastes, and, I love, Sean Connery. So,
See, for The Hunt for Red October, I recognize that it's not a great movie, but I really like it.
Yeah, the book is better.
I haven't read the book.
The book is amazing, but I love all his books. The main character, the whole series with that main character,
Jack Ryan.
And thank you. Yeah, the Jack Ryan series is just a great set of books. Definitely worth reading.
And that's a good segue into what I've been watching. Is I just finished Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime.
Oh, nice.
It was a really good show. If you haven't watched it and you have Amazon Prime, it's
I haven't.
It's really good.
And
Let me put it this way. I watched the first episode, I think last Wednesday, and finished the season Thursday.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah. I am like I'm one of those guys. I like to have something playing while I'm playing a video game. So, and most of the time I like to stick something on that I've seen already to not draw me too far away from the game. But lately I've been watching NCIS, like I was saying before, it's like, that's, a great series. Well, I'm finally to the point where I'm watching the episodes I haven't seen yet. And so it's making it harder because I don't want to be playing a game while trying to watch those, because there's been so many crazy things going on in this show. I'm just about done with season 5, and then I have all of up to what's played in season 6. I have it on my DVR to watch. So
right on.
I'm looking forward to that. But
yeah, and Sea of Thieves gave me the inspiration to finally go ahead and start watching the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So
yeah.
I've been the last couple nights watching a little bit here and there of the first one. I'm 2/3 of the way through that, so.
I can't do that. I can't just watch little bits and pieces of a movie or anything like that. It's like, if I'm every once in a while, I might be able to, like, if I have to go do something, I might watch half and then finish the half. But I can't just, like, watch half an hour, wait a day, watch another half. No, I can't do that. It's like I have to pretty much have to watch it all the way through, especially if it's a new movie, like I haven't seen before.
Sorry. The reason I've been doing that is, I start watching at 11 o'clock at night, so.
Yeah.
I shut it down and go to bed.
Yeah. I can't go to sleep with anything playing. Like, I cannot have the TV going and fall asleep.
I'm the exact opposite. I need background noise. Anyways.
Well, I like background noise, but I use a fan. But anyways, yeah, sorry.
Let's get into our main topic tonight. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yes.
This game is a lot of fun. And, it's my first real experience in the Smash Bros. Franchise. I played, I think it was an hour, maybe, was it Brawl on the Wii?
Brawl was made on Wii. Oh, wait a minute, no. Yeah, because it was Melee was. Dang it. Yeah,
well,
Melee
whichever one was on the Wii. I played maybe an hour of that, and I did not care for it. I played a few hours of it on the 3DS, and I liked what I had played, but the screen was so small, and when it would zoom out, it just became very tough to play.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. I had it on the 3DS as well. The version that went along with the Wii U version. And yeah, that screen, it's tough to play on, that's for sure.
Yeah, so this is really my first experience with the franchise, and I really like it.
Good.
I'm a big fan of Link, and Young Link is okay, but Simon Belmont, have you used him yet?
I have. I actually prefer Richter. They're not Shadow. They're copies almost.
Yeah.
They got like slight little changes to the moves, but Richter's a little faster than Simon.
Okay.
Which is why I like Richter a little better.
Yeah.
Simon just feels slow. A little too slow.
But he hits like a freight train.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would say for me, Richter is definitely one of them. I just unlocked and was trying out Bayonetta.
Okay.
She's awesome. Oh, she's got some really cool moves. I need to work with her more to figure out the moves a little better. But she's in my she was one of my clips on my review. With her playing with her. She's got some really cool. Like, I never actually played any of the Bayonetta series, so now it's like playing her on Smash is making me want to go back and play the Bayonetta series. Which one of them, I think the first one is free on Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it? It might be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I do know she is one of the more popular fighters on the pro circuit for Smash.
And really?
I think in the finals, all 4 of them were Bayonetta.
Really? See,
She's got some move that's cheap, I think, is what it is.
oh, gotcha. That was like, was it Fox? I think was one of the ones that in the Wii U version, he was kind of like that popular, could not be beat type of character. And I typically don't like ones like that. Like Meta Knight. Meta Knight is another one who it's almost like they kind of nerfed him a little bit in this one, but he's still kind of easy to use, pretty much, and a lot of fun, and just can drive people crazy.
I gotta play around with Kirby some more. Can't you swallow up your enemies and just jump off the stage, and then spit them out?
Yes, you can. Like if you're able to, suck them in and get off the side quick enough, when you spit them out, it's extremely hard for them to get back. I've never done that, but yeah, I've heard that works real well.
And I've seen memes of like people talking about, well, I use Kirby and Smash and how they're evil and stuff like that.
Yeah. But no, I absolutely love Smash. The whole series, it's always the same for me though. Mm-hmm. I can't just sit and play for hours on end.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's now I can if I'm playing with other people, especially couch. Not co-op, but couch multiplayer, local multiplayer. Mm-hmm. That you just especially if you're hanging out with some good friends of yours, maybe having a few drinks, whatever. You get into Smash and you can just have a blast. I didn't tell you this, but there are some great drinking games that can go along with that. But it is a great game for that. The online is, and I have now, since my review, I've played it a little more. They had a new patch right when I was finishing up my review. And after that new patch, I played some online, and even with having 4 players, I didn't have any lag issues.
That's good.
Yeah, that was in my review.
Your big issue with it.
That was
that and the voice.
That was a minor issue. The voice chat, I hate that. It's like, Nintendo, get away from that stupid phone app.
Yeah, it's like you do understand why they do that, though, right?
Yeah, I mean they make money off of the app. First off, like they, well, actually, I don't know if they do because there aren't any ads.
Yeah, there's no ads, and you don't have to pay to use the. I mean, you have to pay for the online service,
right?
To use the voice chat, but you have to pay to use the online service to play online, anyways. So,
for most things,
yeah, most games, not Fortnite. What about Warframe? I don't think Warframe needs.
No, you do not. Yeah, it's Nintendo license. Their first party games. Though any online like Splatoon.
Great game.
Mario Kart and Smash and all that. Yeah, you gotta have. Nice. You know what? Splatoon was enjoyable. I enjoyed Splatoon 2 a lot. It was a lot of fun. But honestly, I couldn't quite afford Smash Bros. To be honest, so I had to trade in Splatoon 2.
Fair enough.
It was worth it. For one thing, I mean, this was just not even a month ago, and Splatoon 2's been out for a year now.
Yeah, year and a half.
I still got $30 off of it for trading at GameStop.
I just traded in Mario Odyssey, and it completely paid that, and my $5 deposit completely paid for Resident Evil Remake 2.
Nice.
So
see, I will not trade in Mario Odyssey. I love it. Splatoon 2's fun, but I just couldn't get into it enough. Especially, they had all the hacking issues and things like that. But anyways,
back to Smash.
Yeah, the one of the big things that really made it so amazing to me was the single player that they added in. Mm-hmm. Not only I don't mind just having fun playing against the CPU sometimes, just regular battles, do Smash battles. The classic mode, mode is a lot of fun and a great way to unlock characters.
Yeah, I have a chart that shows the progression. and how to
Right.
unlock everyone from classic mode.
Yeah.
So, for anyone that doesn't know, on the classic mode, you pick your fighter, and then you go through, I think it's 6 total stages, including a boss. And
I think so.
Then there's that bonus one where you gotta run against, like, there's the black hole, and you gotta...
Right. The
And then,
bonus stage.
then you got the one where you fly around and you shoot all the credits.
Well, that's not a stage. That's the credits little
and you can
fun
skip it.
bonus game.
But afterwards, after you complete that,
Mm-hmm.
you get the chance to fight a new fighter, and if you win, you unlock that fighter.
Yeah.
So that is the quickest way to unlock fighters.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's actually a lot of fun too.
It is.
You know, and being able to change the difficulty or intensity really makes it actually challenging too.
Yeah.
And
I
each
almost
fighter,
got on Link on one of my run throughs. Almost got the max score.
Oh, nice.
It's got a mural that's really it's quite long, and as you go through, the intensity goes up. You see more and more of the mural, but if you have to like retry a challenge, it'll go down a little bit. So
yeah, if you lose a battle, unfortunately, unless you spend your tickets on it, which I don't like to.
Yeah, those are few and far between. I want to say I got probably 90% of the way to the end on the one mural with my playthrough with Link.
Very
He's pretty
nice.
good. I really like the classic mode.
I think for me, the classic mode, my best was, I believe, Captain Falcon, possibly Samus. Those are my two, typically my best fighters from the previous ones, and so I was using them a lot in the beginning until I unlocked more. And yeah, I got pretty far, but I think my highest was, because I think it goes up to 10, the intensity. And I think I made it to like 7.5 or somewhere between 7.5 and 8, I think.
Gotcha. I think I got to 9.2, but I started it at 5, which is the max you can start at.
Yeah.
So, and I just had some really good runs. I think that when I knocked Ridley off the map in like 6 seconds.
Nice.
So the better you do each round, the higher your score and the higher the intensity goes. But one thing I'm having trouble with, and I've from my limited Smash experience before and from watching others play, is when it zooms out, I often lose which one I am. And I know it'll show you the little player one and stuff like that, but and I find a lot of times, especially when I'm doing the spirit mode, I end up just walking off the edge when that happens.
I've done the same thing. It is something you do tend to get used to, especially the more you use a particular fighter, because you can, once you get used to them more, you can pick them out of the other fighters quicker. That's why I like to use unique, or not unique, but one of the non-standard paints or whatever you want to call it for them. So like, I'm looking at the Facebook one and weird stuff keeps popping up on the screen.
I'm tabbing between stuff.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, so like like with Ridley, you can choose where he's like partially mechanized and all that. I like to do that because, I mean, obviously Ridley's kind of obvious who's Ridley on a screen. But if you do if you have Samus and Captain Falcon on the same screen, it's kind of hard to depict which one's which at times. They're very similar in looks. So I like to do the weird, gold Captain Falcon is easy to spot. So that's what I like to do to help with that.
Yeah. I've learned to not change my colors too, because then it just goes all haywire. So I pick a color and stick with that. So,
exactly.
Like when I use Mario, I like to use the Mario Maker one because he stands out pretty well.
I like for Mario, do the in the suit. Yes, thank you. The Odyssey suit.
I have an amiibo display right behind my monitor.
Right, obviously.
It's the Mario Brothers 1 Endgame.
Oh, you
And
have that one.
it was on
Very
sale
nice.
at GameStop for like $2 one day.
I remember you showed me that before. Yeah, that
And
is awesome. Man.
so on it, I
I'd lo-
have one character from 6 of the main Nintendo franchises.
Nice.
Don't have Star Fox
Very
on there
nice.
because they haven't made a Star Fox game in quite some time.
Right.
So
Well, yeah, because that hasn't come out yet. Never mind.
yeah,
There's the one game that has the Star Fox in it. What the
Starlink.
one you played?
yeah,
Starlink.
Yeah,
But yeah, as far as like a regular Star Fox now.
yep.
But as far as Smash goes, though, one of the great things is the spirit mode or adventure mode, really, which is the campaign and story mode and all that stuff for those that don't know. And the map is actually very large, really gives more of a paint and a lot of story to it. Oh, our live video got interrupted there. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There isn't a lot to the story itself, but being able to really adjust your character, your play style, and use the different spirits and stuff like that. I think it really adds a neat element. And then the skill tree itself,
Mm-hmm.
to add an RPG style element to it just makes it great. So
Yeah.
I think they did a great job with that.
The problem I have with the skill tree is it takes so many points to unlock anything decent.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah. Kind of
it's-
sucks, but
yeah, it's not too helpful. Overall, I
Well-
really enjoy the game, and I think it's phenomenal. Nintendo had another hit here. Most of their first party titles on the Switch have just killed it. Not all, but most.
Yeah. And that's it. It's like people don't buy the Switch primarily for third-party games. I mean,
Yeah.
well, people don't buy Nintendo products for third-party games, really. It's all about the first party, which is why they're able to do the innovative stuff like the Switch, and even the Wii U was neat in some ways. It had some innovation to it. It just fell flat, but it led to the Switch.
Yep.
And they just knocked it out of the park with that.
Yep.
But no, don't get me wrong. As far it is, and this is the thing, people are like, oh, I would rather a PlayStation or an Xbox compared to a Switch. It's like, I'm sorry, they do not compare. They're completely different types of systems. And I think that's where people get down on the Switch or whatever. It's like, oh, it doesn't have as much power or whatever. And it's like, yeah, it's not meant to. It's meant to be a portable system that can be played on your TV.
Yeah, and it still has games that look beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
But
look at Doom.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. But they had to make limitations to accommodate the fact that it has, at times, will have to run completely on battery power.
Right.
So.
And I think they did a great job with it.
Yeah, without making it
wrong.
bulky, they could have had much more higher graphic fidelity, but that would have meant a bigger, heavier system.
It would have been extremely difficult. A lot of that because of heat is
That
one
too,
big
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Just the electronics that would have to be in there to, the battery life alone would just drop amazingly if you put in a much more in the way of graphics.
Yeah.
So they did what they needed to do to get the system right,
Yep.
And so I'm perfectly happy with it. And I love the fact that I got mine.
Yeah, me too. All right, well that's it for that. Let's move on to our monthly topic here. Monthly theme is the Game of the Year awards, and
Yes.
we have to announce the overall Game of the Year for 2018, and that game is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
Now I haven't played it yet. I looked at it and I said, the game looks cool, but from what I'd heard, it wasn't my cup of tea. So I refrained from playing it but you have, so I'll let you talk. So talk about it some.
Okay. I mean, I'm still pretty early in the game. It's not even my copy, which is why I was saying I'm playing it to see if I'm going to buy it or not. But I had to after seeing all the reviews, okay, so a lot of people, because of the time frame, people like to compare it and Fallout 76, and they can't be compared. They're completely different.
It's like comparing baseball and football. They're both sports.
Exactly. But it is. I like the story. The story is great. It's much more. It's much linear in that aspect. Yes, it's a very open world, but the storyline is pretty linear. Mm-hmm. You can have your side quests and things like that. Go do some hunting or whatever, and it's great. But as far as the storyline, it is awesome so far. Graphics are absolutely ridiculously awesome. When you're like just riding over some mountaintop on your horse and you get open vista, it's absolutely beautiful. The horse controls are a little difficult to get used to, I will say.
Are you talking about riding the horse or trying to get on the horse and punching in the face?
No, I have not done that. No, it's just riding it and figuring out how to get it to the right speed and things like that. It's a little difficult, but I'm learning it. But I definitely, I mean, obviously, enough people loved it to make it the game of the year for us. Mm-hmm. I would say it's a tough one for me between this and God of War. I would have to wait until I get farther in the game to be able to really say if it deserves beating out God of War.
I watched your video, Daniel. All right. Well, while Daniel's trying to get back on the call, we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna go over some of the video game news. PlayStation announced the PlayStation Plus free games for January 2019, so coming out soon. For the PlayStation 4, there's Portal Knights and Steep by Ubisoft, which is the snowboarding, skydiving, wingsuit game. So check that out. And for the PS3, there's the Zone of the Enders HD Collection, Amplitude, And on Vita, we've got Fallen Legion, Flames of Rebellion, cross-buy with PS4, and Super Mutant Alien Assault. And then also with... With the Games with Gold for Xbox, we've got Celeste, which was nominated for Game of the Year, so that's definitely one you want to check out. It's a big title if you haven't played it. It's a really awesome platformer. WRC 6, which I believe is a World Rallycross game. So if you're into Rallycross games, racing games, check that out. Lara Croft, Guardian of Light, and Far Cry 2.